Hello everyone, welcome to this video. So this video I'm going to show you how to make a navigation bar with a drop-down menu using HTML and CSS. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to use HTML and then I'm going to add styling. So if you want to just take a look at the CSS, you can do that and skip forward my video. I will share the code with you at the end of the video, alright? So now let's get started. So now inside of the body tag, I'm going to begin by adding the nav tag. So nav, just like that, and then inside of that, we are going to add an unordered list. So UL, just like that. And I'm going to add a class name here. So class equals to, and then I'm going to say nav bar, because this is going to be our navigation bar. And inside that, we are going to add some list items. So li, just like that. And then I'm going to use listen sign AHREF to add the links. So I'm going to add a hashtag here for now. So I'm going to say home. All right, so this will be the home. So you see now I have a list item with a link inside of it that says home. And right here, you see it says hashtag. So I don't have anything. For example, right now, I don't want to go anywhere. But if you want to go to the main page, you usually add index.html, and this will take you to the index.html page. All right, so you add your links basically like this. So for example, if you have another page, you add another list item with the a link or the anchor tag. So you see I have, for example, I can say album, for example. So album.html, and this will be album. You'll change it to album. All right. So now let's say that we want to add a drop down button. So to do that, it's really easy. All you have to do is you have to make another li. So let me just make another li here. Listen sign li, just like that. All right. And then I'm going to add a class here. So class, I'm going to say drop down. So this will be my drop down. All right. And I'm going to open it just like that. And then I'm going to add a link here. So let me add a link, lesson sign, AHREF. This will be a hashtag, because I don't want it to take me anywhere, but this will just show me a list. So I'm going to say class equals to drop button. All right. So this is the drop button, and I'm going to say drop down. All right. So when I hover it, I want to show more links. Below that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a div. So this div will contain all of our other links or the drop down content. So this will be the drop down content. So I'm going to say drop down dash content. And now inside of this div, we are going to add our links. So I'm going to type in listen sign ul, just like that, and then li. And then we are going to add some links. So href, this will be service 1, for example. So I'm going to add a hashtag here because I don't want it to go anywhere. So I'm going to say service 1. So you see it says service 1, and I'm going to copy this ul. All right, so let me copy this ul and paste it 2 more times. So it depends on how many times you want. So this will be service 2, and this will be service 3. So now we have a basic navigation bar. You see we have bullet points here, and we will hide them just in a second. So now I have added the HTML, and I'm going all the way to the top inside the head tag. I'm going to use the style tag here because I want to add my CSS here. But if you are using an external sheet, that should work too. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to select the nav bar. So we will just change the color and stuff like that. So we are going to say .nav bar, and I'm going to open 2 curly braces. So the first thing that I want to do is I want to remove the bullet points. So I'm going to say list. So list dash style dash type colon none. So you see now we have taken them off from there, so they don't exist anymore. And I will do it for the second one too, just in a second. So you see I have the drop down button here. So I'm going to say dot drop down content UL. So right below it, I'm going to say dot drop down dash content dash, so UL, so the UL, it's like that. I'm going to say list dash style type none. Okay, so let's see if we have correctly selected those ones. So you see for that div, you see I have drop down content. I said content. So this should be content. Okay, so you see we have removed them. So you see I have removed those bullet points. So now we are going to add more styling here. So I'm going back to the navbar and I'm going to add a background color. So background dash color. I like to add some orange. So background, let me add a semicolon here. I forgot the semicolon. So background color, colon, orange. Okay, so I have that orange there. And I'm going to say overflow hidden. The overflow hidden. We are done here. We are going to line 17. On line 17, we are going to remove the lines underneath our links. So to do that, I'm going to say .navbar, then li, because we have list items, then a. We are going to open two curly braces. So text dash decoration. So text dash decoration none. And as you notice, that line will go away. Now we can change the color to probably white just to see if it applies. You see it applies to all of them, but we are going to change it to dark blue for now. So dark blue. You can choose whatever color you want. And I'm going to say font dash size. Let me go with 23 pixels. So I have that there. Now let's move to the next line, which is drop down content. So we want to hide the services. You see it says services. We want to hide them. So to do that, what you can do is you select that drop down. So dot drop down content, and then you add display none. So that will hide that drop down content. All right. So you see we have the button here, but that content is not showing to us. To show it back, what we can do is we can add the dot drop down. So drop down. So you see it says right here, you see for the bottom, there's something wrong here. What's going on? Okay, so this is open, that's why it shows me that. But you see I have this that says drop button. So dot drop button. All right, so whenever I hover it, so dot drop button colon hover, whenever I hover it, I want the drop down content to be changed to display block. So now if I do that, well, let me see if this is going to work now. So dot drop down hover. So dot drop down, where it says dot, drop down. I should say, no, I should use the dot drop down, not the drop button. So drop btn. Is it drop btn? Yeah, let me change it to drop down. You see it says drop down. We have to use that one. So dot drop down. So dot drop down. And now, as you notice, when I hover it, it changes it. It shows me the list. All right, so you see it shows me the list. And I'll show you how to view, these links horizontally, but now it's vertical. So if you want to change it to a vertical navbar, what you can do is you can select it. So you can say dot navbar li. All right, and then you say display and line basically. So display and line, and now your navigation bar will be horizontal. So now you see if I hover over that drop down, it shows me that. So now let's add some hover effect. You see when I add the hover here, you see this shows me that this whole thing is way here. So you see my drop down is here, but my services are here. So to do that, I can move that div. So I can move that div. You see the drop down content div. And now let me change the background color of drop down content. So I can say background color. Let me change it to red just to see what's going on here. So you see this is my content div, and if I change the width to 100 pixels, let's see what's going to happen. My services or these links are aligned to the right. So now you see as I hover over it, you see this whole thing comes down with it. And this is not what I want. So what I'm going to do is inside of the hover, I'm going to add some styling here. So you see we have display block here. So you see we have display block here already. We are going to say position, absolute, and width, 300 pixels, and color, let's see, let's make it green. Just to make it, you see now it's independent. So you see, if I hover it, you see now it's red. So let me get rid of the red so it will use the default color. Alright, so you see it's here now. And let me change it to orange probably, same color. So background color, orange. So you see it has the same color, but now you see it's dull. So when I hover it, I don't know which link I'm hovering over. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the navbar LIA. So dot navbar LIA, hover, and let me change the background to light blue. So you see now as I hover it, you see I have a nice drop down menu, and this is basically it. And of course you can do a lot of things. You can add an icon to the left of it, but this was just a basic tutorial that I wanted to show you how to build a basic navbar with a menu here. So you see with the drop down menu. Now what we can do is, if you want to add more links, you'll be able to come here right after this LI. You'll be able to add another LI, for example, right? And then you'll be able to add an A, href, for example, FAQ.html for frequently asked questions, and then you can say FAQ, for example. So now you see how nice it is. We have added an item here to our nav bar, and of course you will be able to do a lot more than I did here, but this is basically it. And I'm gonna show you the code here. I'm gonna share the code with you all, so you'll be able to take a look at it and do whatever you want to do with it. Alright, so I hope you like the video, everyone. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Also, you can join my Facebook coding group, Coding 120. You're all welcome, everyone.